Hey everybody, it's Kyle. Hey, it's kind of early in the morning. I'm heading over to work, but I wanted to, something's been on my mind I wanted to share with you this morning. And it's a principle I learned a few years back that, oddly enough, I learned uh, accidentally. And I'll explain to you what that is. And by telling you a quick story about when I was about 20, I was working for a company that did some architectural metal refinishing, and so I got a chance to go over to Hawaii for 50 days and work at night and play during the day. So it was a great opportunity for me. But the best thing that happened to me, or one of the best things that happened to me, was that I knew it was a long flight. I would be flying from Chicago direct to Hawaii. And I don't recall exactly how long that flight was, but it seemed like it was 25 hours. I'm sure it wasn't that long, but as a 20-year-old, when you're on a plane and you're heading to Hawaii and you're ready to get there, it takes forever. But I knew it was going to be a long flight, and so I asked a friend of mine who worked at a bookstore. I said, "Can you get me a book that you know is pretty good and that I can read while I fly on my trip?" And so she picked out a book for me called Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, you're probably familiar with it. It's a horror, and I'm not a horror guy. I don't care for scary things. But the book, the minute I opened it, it was crazy good. It was really engaging and a terrific book. I wouldn't read it again, but anyway, one of the things that happened in the book that was pretty interesting was that there was a serial killer on the loose, and an FBI agent was trying to catch this serial killer, and she was engaging with a guy who was in prison who was a psychotic genius, I guess. And he wasn't going to tell her everything he knew, but he was helping her in little bits and pieces. And one of the things that he said was, we covet the things we see most. And it was in reference to, he wouldn't tell her this, but it was in reference to the first killing that this serial killer did was probably close to his own home, because he was killing in a wide range and very tricky to tie him down as to where he might live. And so that when he said that, we covet the things we see most, it got me to thinking about that, and I did a little research, and turns out, and I'm not sure how true this is, but it makes a lot of sense, is we tend to take on the same types of attitudes and desires, and we kind of start to mirror the 7 people we spend the most time with. And I don't know why that number 7 could be higher or lower, but I guess maybe if you look at your circle of 7 friends, maybe that's what he meant, is that we start to take on their personalities and their temperaments because we spend more time with them, and we start to be a lot like them. And you've probably seen this with kids. You meet kids, and then you meet their parents, and a lot of times they have the same temperaments and the same ways they do things and the way they walk and all these things. And it may be hereditary, but it also, I'm sure, has a lot to do with the fact that they spend a lot of time with them. And this has really got me to thinking about, who do I spend my time with? And are they uplifting, generally happy people, or do they play, or do they not? I mean, really, we need to spend the time with the people that we feel like are going to be helpful for us and lift us up, and hopefully we can lift others up as well. And if you watch my videos, I'm really glad, because I feel like maybe we're friends, and maybe I know I feel generally happy most of the time, and maybe it's rubbing off on you a little bit. Maybe these videos allow you a quick glance into what's possible if you put the work into it and really start to get happy. I want to be around happy people. I want to be around optimistic people. And I want the same for you, because I know it helps me, because we covet the things we see most. And hopefully you're watching these videos on a daily basis and you're seeing some of the possible success that you can have in your family. So hopefully that's helpful. Sorry about the reference to the horror book, but it's really the way I learned the principle, and hopefully you can apply it in your life too. So have a great day. It's Friday. I know this video is coming in the morning. Maybe I'll take a picture of my kids or do something goofy with them this afternoon and post that too, and we'll do a double day. So have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. Bye-bye.